What's up, man? It's your boy Alvin again today, man. We hit that start and stop button, man. We just gonna keep grinding them out. We're gonna keep grinding them out. No, 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 no. But anyways, man, it's your boy Alvin, man. I react to crime videos. I'm a little insane in the brain, but you is too for watching these videos with me. And if you do anything of these in these videos, you know what I'm saying, like any of the crimes, I'm just going to click off my video, man. Don't even watch the whole thing, because if you do and you go to the interrogation room talking about someone, oh, watch Op in the video, you know what I'm saying? He the one that taught me, man. I'm not gonna be in an interrogation room and all that. Nope, don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. All right, but let's go ahead and get into this video, man. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. Hit that like button for your boy, and then comment down below your favorite part of this video. Who y'all think did it? You feel me? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it. But before we get into it, man, make sure y'all go up here and watch part 1 and 2. You feel me? And I'm going to get into it, man. Nothing else to say. Yapping too much, man. I be yapping too much. Even though I'm not a yapper in real life, for real.
If you're asking, did I kill him? No, I did not.
Seems rather straightforward from Justin's perspective. He had exactly the same nice things to say about Benny and doesn't seem stressed out or anxious about being here. He's leaning forwards towards the detective instead of instinctively pulling away. He's maintaining eye contact when he can, and his tone seems deliberate and genuine. Everything about how he's presenting himself is relaxed, as though he's just trying to give the detectives what they need and get out of there. But unfortunately, just saying you didn't murder someone isn't enough for the cops, so they decide to confront him with the evidence they've gathered against him.
So we talked to everybody in the neighborhood except for the one person that they said he banned from the house.
It was me.
So,
Yeah.
is that over money or what was that about?
Yeah, it was over money, but no, I was with my brother at his house. I told you he was drinking beer with. I had to take a shit, okay? He told me, Brandon, to tell me. Sorry.
You say anything about a shotgun?
Yeah, he did. He told my brother, he's like, I should take my shotgun down there and pump a couple of the twins in his ass. He said, my brother did. I guess. He never had a problem giving me money or anything like that. He pulled it right out of his pocket. He was a good guy. I cared for him as a dad.
Justin was banned from the house and there was an argument over money. But it doesn't seem like he held that against Benny at all. But the detectives find this strange. All the signs pointed towards Justin being the killer, but now he seems like he had no issues with Benny at all. But they've still got their main piece of evidence though. His Hummer was seen at Benny's house on the morning of the murder. That had to mean he was lying this whole time, right?
You drove or used to drive a Hummer?
Hummer?
You ever drive a Hummer in the neighborhood?
No.
Did you ever work on a Hummer?
Never had. No, I wish I had worked on Hummer.
You know anybody that...
No.
If you watch any interrogation where a guilty suspect is confronted with a piece of valid evidence, their reaction is always very stiff and short. They try and deflect it immediately by saying no and explaining exactly why that could never be the case without showing a hint of emotion. Justin is an ex-convict that works various handyman jobs jumping from place to place. He doesn't need to explain why he doesn't own a $40,000 SUV. His facial expression when he's asked, alongside the way he laughs and jokes naturally about the concept, is enough to tell the detectives he was telling the truth. They still didn't want to discount him completely as a suspect, but they did figure that if he wasn't the killer, then he might at least be able to help them out. So they asked who he thought might have been responsible, and his answer was someone they were very familiar with. Sarah.
She knew. She took Ben's bank card to the bank, food stamps. That's what my brother was telling me on the phone the other day. And he thinks that she might have had something to do with it. So if I point a finger, I'd probably check her for sure.
Telling y'all, bro, she an accomplice. That girl is an accomplice, bro. Like I said in the last video. Watch her. I feel like she an accomplice. What y'all think though? If y'all watch part 1 and 2, what y'all think? Y'all think she an accomplice? Or y'all think it's just somebody that's just doing a whole bunch of craziness? Who knows?
Of course, he's talking about Sarah, and he's accusing her of exactly the same thing Patricia did earlier. And in fact, John had even mentioned this in his interview earlier that day too.
Anybody in that neighborhood or anybody have any problems with him or give him a rough time?
What's called down the street.
Who's that?
I'm trying to think of her name. She lives down at the end of the road. She'd go over there, take his money for bills, go up to the corner store, and was supposed to pay on all his bills. Well, come to find out, she ain't been paying the full amount on your bills. She's been only paying the half. And I went over there one day. He said, after all I've done for that bitch.
Did they reconcile at all, or?
No, he said, look, you're a thief, get the out of my house, don't ever ask me for another dime.
Quickly, the cops are starting to realize that Sarah wasn't the wonderful, trusted member of the community that they'd assumed she was. Now, 3 people have claimed that she was exploiting Benny's trust to steal his money, and all are saying that she could be the killer. To make matters worse for her, she's also the only person left that knew about his money stash in the coffee can. Things are getting extremely complex, and the cops have already worked tirelessly for days now. And the problem is, the longer this investigation goes on for, the longer the killer is on the loose, meaning the higher the chances that they might kill again. So now, 6 days after Benny's murder, detectives bring in Sarah for an interview. It was imperative that they either catch the killer right now or get new information that brings them straight to them. If they don't, then they'll have no suspects, no leads, and a murderer at large.
We know that you called 911. We got the recording, so we listened to that. We understand that you would pay his bills. Tell us about that.
Well, that's where we had a dispute. I went to pay his bill. One time I had paid $40 on it. I needed to borrow that. He said, go ahead, did not remember. I paid him back his $40. That's why I was still wrong.
That was you brought there.
That we made up, yeah.
In the interview, similarly to Justin, Sarah doesn't deny the disagreement between them and fully admits that she took some money from him to pay his bills. But again, they seem to make up and become friends again. This time, though, the detectives aren't buying it. Not when so much is on the line.
We're hearing 2 different sides of what we're talking about. We're hearing what you're telling us, but we're hearing from his daughter and what his best friend's telling us. Now, we've been hearing that he banned you from coming to his house. He didn't want you handling his bills or anything like that. So much that the owner of the store called him and said, hey, she's scamming you. So you're telling us that is not true.
That's not true.
She
That
getting
is
hot.
not true. I went up there. I didn't go up there until I had the $40 in my hand to pay him.
Sarah is saying that all she took from Benny was $40, and she even paid it back. It'd just been blown out of proportion as she wasn't able to get in contact with Patricia and Johnny to clear her name again. It's suspicious, but the detectives aren't going to get anything more out of her on this front. So they decide to ask her some more background questions. Usually these don't end up solving the case, but this time, one of their questions provoked an answer that seriously piqued their interest.
There's a lady there that was smoking. She had like salt, pepper hair, long hair. That's not your. Let me ask you this: it's not your daughter. That she's not.
My daughter, yeah.
Yeah. That's your daughter. She doesn't live there with you. Do you have any other children?
Yeah.
Did any of them live with you?
The audio we received from the police department is censored here, but Sarah tells the cops about her other kid, a boy named Jason, a boy who had just gotten out of prison.
Wherever. He's got out of prison and stuff, so
When did he get out of prison?
it's September.
What was he in jail for?
Robbery.
Would your son be capable of something like
Oh God, I pray not. No. I would pray not.
According to the detectives, when they asked this question, Sarah tensed up and seemed extremely closed off. She inhales sharply and her whole body jumps when they bring up this possibility. As far as the detectives are concerned, whether intentionally or not, she just told them there is a possibility. That's all they're able to focus on, and it all makes sense, too. She knew about the coffee can full of money, so what if she'd accidentally mentioned that to Jason? He'd just gotten out of prison for robbery, and it'd make complete sense if he saw Benny as an easy target and decided to try and steal his cash. That could even explain the Hummer, too. It was a nice car that Jason might have jacked and used to get in and out of the scene quickly. Instantly, the hunt for Jason began, but no matter how hard they tried, they just couldn't track him down. But that's when some new information came to light. Information that would change everything. An inmate of the prison Jason was staying at had contacted police after hearing about the crime, claiming that he knew who the perpetrator was, and promised to reveal it to them in an interview.
So I'm told, you told one of the deputies you got some information about a homicide?
That's about the old guy that got stabbed. Yeah, his mother found the body, and then I heard him and his mom arguing over the phone.
If you're asking, did I?
Come on. See, I knew she was an accomplice. I knew she was an accomplice. I called it from the beginning. I knew she was an accomplice. We ain't done with the video yet, but I promise you she's an accomplice to this murder, bro. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that she accomplice to this murder, bro. It's crazy, bro. This world getting crazy, 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 dog. Man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure y'all tune in to part 4. You know what I'm saying? This junk getting crazy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so when we hit 500 subscribers, you know what I'm saying, that we'll be able to do 2 parts of one video, all right? Videos to get longer, all right? But anyways, man, it's your boy, Villain, man. I'm out, man. Peace. Hit the like button for your boy, man.